Here we will see how the user interface looks like, okay, and how do we write all the queries. So this is the basic user interface. Like I mentioned, first you have to create your warehouse, you have to create your role, and using those roles only you can access the Snowflake environment. So once you are logged in with your user ID and your enterprise details and the choice of your cloud provider, whether it is AWS, GCP or Azure, then you can successfully log in, and this is how the user interface looks like. So there are three user interfaces. One is Snowsite, one is SnowSQL, which is a CLI, we'll discuss that later, and then this is the classic user interface, right? Call it as Snowsite. So here you see the warehouse option. You can there is a default warehouse which is provided to every user of Snowflake, which has a compute warehouse as the name and the size as export. So you can change the number of clusters you need, the minimum cluster size and the maximum cluster size as per the need and demand of your business and your workload and your data sets. Minimum, usually it is recommended to start with 1 or 2 clusters, so that you just need to pay for what you use or what you consume. And then there are 5 roles which are there, and you can also create custom roles on top of it. It is like a public account. Then we have sysadmin, public account admin, and security admin, and user admin, right? So these are all the roles which are present there in Snowflake. We'll discuss that hierarchy later. And we have the folder structure like this. So you can create a demo DB, and there are 2 sample demo databases which are provided from Snowflake, and then we have the worksheet. So here we perform all the tasks, and we write our SQL and Python worksheets to execute our datasets and access our datasets. And here is a partner connect, right, to access all external third-party tools, for example Matillion as an ETL tool, or Reverie or Data IQ or StreamSets, right? So here I have taken an example from StreamSets. So now while you're performing the transformation, or while you're creating the objects in your target as Snowflake, how you can create that using simple SQL commands like create or replace database demo, create or replace schema, or create or replace if not exist. So this is how you create a table. For example, it's a HCM table where we have ID as integer, first name and varchar. So this is the default size and the length which we have for all the attributes in Snowflake. Varchar 1677216. So this is one of the important questions also being asked during the interviews as well as during the Snowflake examinations. Since I was also preparing for SnowPro, this is one of the important questions you should remember always. Then we have an active flag. So it's a flag having a value as true and false, so I've kept it as boolean. Then we have version, integer, start timestamp, and end timestamp. Now we have something called, we are inserting the values similarly, you can also do that. And if you have something called update version, you can also do that. And then you can also insert if you have update. So there we will create a batch stream for this, or a pipeline also, or otherwise you can also, if it is a single value which you see is missing, you can also do it like manually. And then we have a class function. Now I wanted to discuss this because this is one of the important thing in Snowflake for your DAX, right? So class is best-in-class data transformation solution for Snowflake. With class you build directed acrylic graphs that is called DAG, just like we use DAGs in Airflow orchestration tool. Similarly, we have it over here. Bit of nodes that runs on schedule and produces just up-to-date datasets for daily business use. The class product is built around the concept of metadata column and table level information that describes the structure and transformation inside your data warehouse. The metadata makes it more easier and easy to use, right? Next is, okay, there is one more concept. So this is a basic transformation pipeline using StreamSets, where I have the data files available in the sources, and then I have extracted and loaded that data into through my data pipeline into the raw tables, and then further apply the transformation logics and loaded it into the final presentation layer, right, for the consumers to use it. So this is a typical use case. Also there is another feature called database, through which we can have the schema detection or automatic schema detection, wherein you